Hey there, Sagittarius. It's April the Organic Alchemist, and I am here with your monthly new moon abundance and manifestation reading for February. I apologize, these are going out just a little bit later than I thought I would. I just did not have my space to record. But they are, pretty much working through to the new moon. And I always say that you can come back to these because there may be information back here that will help you in the future. So whenever you run across this, it should be pretty good. So anyway, if you guys like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps YouTube to know that I am doing something worthwhile. If you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button because there's definitely more to come. Please comment. Let me know what you like, what you are finding benefit from. I am just starting out on YouTube, so the more I know about that, the more of that content I can create for you. And I guess the last thing that I want to say is, if you happen to feel drawn to donate, tip, give any form of love, offering, or blessing, the way to do that is in the description box, and it is much appreciated. All right, so we have already got your overall theme and energy card, Sagittarius. So we are just getting your direction card, where you are on the map in your manifestation in abundance. Where are we going? All right. Ooh, okay. So right now you are at the gates of triumph. That is the overall energy, or the overall theme that's going on with this particular manifestation. Where you're on the map is gentle gardener, but it is in reverse. So you are definitely at this place where success is expanding, but you want to be very gentle in your cultivation of this. You don't need to be forceful. So you really want to be kind of gentle. And the word that I'm hearing is empathic, in kind of feeling into the way to continue cultivating what you're working on. So let's see how this energy is manifesting in our Sag's reality. How is this energy manifesting for our Sagittarius' spirits? Let's see what we got here. How is this energy manifesting for Sagittarius? It's interesting that the idea of how is this information manifesting keeps coming forward. The second time in the reading that has been what I'm guided to say. Okay, I don't need those glasses. Those glasses won't work. I need my reading glasses sometimes, but they're right there if I need them, and so far so good. We're seeing today. All right, so the overall energy right now is that of inaction. So I feel like, potentially you've been really working towards stuff and really, I don't want to say forcing, but muscling forward. Like it's definitely required effort. And now you're in this space of really moving into the need to be gentler about it and potentially more passive in the sense that this is, and either that or really taking the time to contemplate which action to take next. So I don't feel like, because I don't feel like that card is reading like, oh, you're not taking action and you should be. No, I feel like you have been taking a lot of action. You've been doing a lot of work. And now is the time to really evaluate. Because I feel like a lot of the work has had to be like, you've had to muscle through it. Like you've had to put in that elbow grease to get this done. And you're at this place where it is successful. And now there is kind of this new, gentler approach that needs to be adjusted for, that this, kind of muscling through. And like I said, it's not quite forceful, but it's definitely efforting. And so that you're at a place where spirit is like, no, you can be gentler and even passive in this idea of a lack of action. We are definitely going to clarify this. We're definitely going to clarify this so I can even read this in the context of what we already have. Okay, yeah, that is saying what it's saying. So we have the Eight of Wands, where it looks like there was this period of intense activity, a lot of information coming in, really moving out of things that were hidden or things that you don't know. I don't feel as much like this was, like you were moving into finding out information where like you had been cheated on or there was some way in which you had been betrayed. I just feel like there was information that was revealed that had been not available to you. Now there is and this is interesting because we have 2 sixes upright and reverse. And so there's some past experience that you did not get the victory that you wanted on, that you are in this process of reminiscing on or working through. And this may be, and it's related to this information that came through where there was something in the past that you had really hoped would work out a certain way. And you're in the process of reminiscing over it right now because it just did not work out the way you wanted it to. Instead, it worked out in this way where you really ended up ending this cycle feeling betrayed and not getting what you thought you were going to get out of the scenario. And so in spite of that, like I want to say, like, and be really clear, like in spite of that, what Spirit is telling you is that you are at the gates of triumph. You are at the place where you're almost winning, but you need to be gentler in your approach and look at the action that you're taking in a different way. We'll say that. We won't say like in action, but that you definitely need to look at the action that you're taking or that you want to take in a different way. So let's see how so let's get into the work, because this will also help define this. Because this story is a little bit, I'll be honest, Sag, it's a little bit confusing to me. I know when I've watched videos like this before and it's been confusing to the reader, I'm like, oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about and I know exactly why it feels confusing. So I'm hoping that is the case for you here, Sag. But let's see what guidance the universe has for you with this manifestation. This is again another one that's kind of reading a little bit more like a love reading, which is totally fine, because I mean sometimes that's what we're working on manifesting. So this can definitely apply in also a project or work or other things that you're manifesting. Okay, there is the card from your guides. They just they didn't want it up here. They wanted to throw it out at me. All right, so you're getting told 2 things here, and I really do feel like this is inner work. But you're getting 1, patience. So that is the affirmation that your guides are telling you. Like, this is the affirmation to get what you, and I don't say get what you want, to manifest the best outcome that is the most beneficial to you. That's kind of what I look for and what I'm trying to help you move towards. So I am patient and persistent and disciplined in pursuing my goals. And then they're telling you to do the work. And so I really do feel like I said, I feel like there's something that you've been muscling through. And I feel like the work that they're talking about is the more subtle mindset work, the setting the intention, the making sure that your thought forms and the way that you're thinking about things are manifesting the results that you want. Because we're getting this idea of, being gentler in your approach, really evaluating the type of action that you're taking, to the point of maybe even being passive and taking no action. And yet your guides are telling you that not only do you need to be patient, but you need to be persistent and disciplined, and you need to do the work. And so that's an interesting combination. So we're going to see what light work, shadow work you are doing right now with the archetypes. That just lined up exactly with what I just told you guys. And I'm going to read it in a minute, but first we're going to get your Mindset Soul Evolution card. So we're going to get that piece for you, because then we're going to tell the story together. Because, yeah, this is about you guys remembering the other part of manifestation. So you guys have been out there doing the action work. And you need to start doing the inner work. And so that's what's coming through here is the need to do inner work. So for the light work, shadow work, we have the Alchemist in reverse. And so this is really about, like, the Alchemist in the light attribute is you know, being able to do that magic and manifest in your everyday world, being able to transmute each scenario, each situation into a beneficial part of your path. In the shadow, it is, you know, they talk about misuse of powers, but I think it for me in this particular situation, it's coming off as, not having faith in your ability to manifest, not doing the work that's necessary, like in this context. And there's another piece of that just came to mind. Let me see if I can prompt it. I'm gonna leave that to sit here for a minute, but those are the two things that are coming through most with this. And then with whatever this was, because the 10 of Swords is ultimately a feeling of betrayal. And so you've definitely had this scenario where things were moving fast, things were revealed. They did not go the way, like, literally you are reminiscing about how they did not go the way that you wanted them to, because in the end you were betrayed and didn't get the outcome that you wanted, didn't get the dream fulfillment. And so Spirit is also telling you just to work through surrendering your resentments, whatever it is that you're resenting with this. And I think that's part of what's making you over effort, is that you haven't quite given up these resentments, and you haven't really stepped completely into your own power and your ability to create your reality. And so that's where I feel like there's coming with the Alchemist, is you stepping into, like, it feels like there's still some blame. And I think that's why Spirit is letting you know, like, no, you are at the gates of getting what you want, but you need to sit and re-examine and find a gentler approach to this, and really focus on using your powers of manifestation to move forward in this scenario, and releasing the resentments, because those are what are, okay, so that's what's happening, is your resentments are clouding your ability to focus on the positive and what you really want, because you're still focusing on what you didn't get, and being kind of a little bit bitter and resentful about it. Like, not necessarily in an active, like, way, but inside, that's how you feel. Like, you know, I mean, it was a betrayal. Whatever happened, you know, whether it was business or love, it wasn't fun. And so, you know, working past those resentments. Okay, that's good. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. So what is kind of coming up, your possible outcomes should you do the work? There is, you're really going to be able to put this scenario to rest. Like, I love that you moved from the feeling of betrayal to, nope, we're burying this. We're done. Let's do the funeral. Let's move on. And that is going to allow you to move into your own sense of authority, and your, and really trusting yourself and your magic. And there is, now this is the Tower. A lot of people get really nervous about this, but this is going to create that karmic change that's necessary for you to move along the path. Now, it may be a little bit shocking, but you know that something is coming. It doesn't, and a lot of people see the Tower card and they're like, my whole world's going to fall apart. No, what needs to fall apart is going to fall apart. And I think if you're doing this work, if you can put this, you know, if you put this to rest and step into your authority, this Tower moment, this swift and abrupt change, this kind of karmic shift that can occur because you are, by putting this to rest and stepping into your authority, you are shifting the karma with it. You are ending that karmic cycle. And that's what that Tower moment's going to be about for you if you do this work. All right, so let's see what the final message is for our Sagittarius. What is the final message for Sagittarius, Spirit? So communication is the key. This is, like, I swear, for all these readings, almost all of them, I've got new moon cards as the final message card. So communication is the key. That is going to be communication with those around you. But I believe on a deeper level, this is going to be more about communication, being really honest with yourself. Really, I feel like this is like an inner communication and not necessarily, kind of an outer communication or communicating with others or needing to speak your truth to others. So there may be an element of it. I really feel like that is more about you starting to be really clear in your inner communication and being able to communicate with your guides and your higher self and understanding, how to walk forward. So, Sag, I hope that this was really helpful, beneficial, and useful for you. Please let me know by leaving me a thumbs up or some comments down there. I love you guys, and I will see you next reading. Take care. Oh, I gotta get to it. Let's see. Can I get to it? So far.